It's all the roots, and right there you can see that hemp mat. See how clean that is? Alright, how's everyone doing? Little quick video. Microgreens. We've got sunflower shoots and pea shoots. And all of this, believe it or not, was grown indoors. This is the first day that they've ever seen any sun. And we've got the sun coming up over there right now. Before it gets too hot, after it gets up over the tree line, and it gets up about 95 degrees here, I'm going to take these guys back inside. We're actually just going to harvest this today. These guys are, you can see they're way too big. So peas, you only harvest about the top here. They let these grow too long, once again, because I was waiting for the sunflowers to get ready. But way down below, probably about that big is all you're going to eat, because as it gets longer, it gets woody. So that's the tender little pea tendrils. That's cool. Got some smaller ones growing back here too. So got some new ones sprouting up. But this was all grown about the same time. They were all sprouted at the same time, and a couple of them were set in these set it and forget it containers, and then some were grown in these recycled ramen containers with a hemp mat. And I'll show you that. It's a new hemp mat called Terra Fiber, and I'll link that down below in the Amazon store. But it's pretty cool. It's supposed to be, it's all natural, biodegradable, and what you do is you just take a little container like that, drop the hemp mat in it, sprout your seeds, sprinkle your seeds on it, cover it up for a couple of days. Now with this system, you're gonna have to go in there and spritz it once or twice a day until they sprout, and then after that, twice a day. All I've done was go in, flood the container with a little bit of water, about halfway, let it sit for a couple minutes, drained it. These are set it and forget it. This, all I've done was refill it once in the entire grow system. This one, both of these guys back here, got broccoli, and you have that here. So this here is not set it and forget it, but it only took a couple minutes a day. If you don't mind that, that's fine. Let me show you how I did this close up here. Bring it in. Alright. All we did, like I said, we took one of these ramen containers, dropped a hemp mat in there. Let me see if I pull that up. There we go. There's all the roots, and right there you can see that hemp mat. You see how clean that is? So just took one of these, cleaned it out, sterilized it, then before you use it, drop the hemp mat in there, drop your sprouts, cover it up for a couple of days, and after that, like I said, you just flood it, just fill it up a little bit with water, let it sit for a couple minutes, tilt it, drain it out. And this I did about a week with just straight water, and the last couple of days I did flood it with a little nutrient solution and dump it out. So I gave it a little shot. That's probably why they shot up and got a little big. But you can see these here are still tender right about there. They're still tender. You know, way down here, that's going to be too woody. You don't want to eat that. So I'm going to cut off here, and that helps too with, you know, if you did get any, sometimes you get mold down in here, so you don't get too close to that. So that's not too bad that you have to cut it up there. But yeah, I'll link these mats down below. They work really well. I'm going to try them again with different types of sprouts. But you can see, let's see if I get out of the sun here. Maybe I can give you a little bit. You can see how nice and white the roots are there with the sunlight coming in. So you got nice root growth. This is nice and clean. You know, no problem at all. Just a couple of minutes a day, you got you a bunch of pea shoots. Awesome. And all of that's basically the same, except, so right there's our hemp mats. Those are set it and forget it containers. We did this one a little different. Like in our last video, you saw how I took one container, I took one lid, and then I flipped one lid. So I used two lids. So we're wasting a bottom every time. And some people don't like to waste stuff, so This one I just decided to just flip the lid over. So this is just the container with the lid flipped over, so you don't waste anything. You can see the roots growing down through there. And just put a little soil in it. Dropped our sprouts on it. You know, you sprout your seeds for a couple of days or overnight. Drop the sprouts on there. Covered it with a little more soil. Set it. Get all the roots in there. And forget it. And I put it on that shelf underneath the Brad's grow lights. And these things used your pea shoots. See how much bigger they are? They used a little bit more water than this did. But it got down to, you know, about halfway, and I filled it back up once. And that's all I did. And I grew all of these. So this really is almost a set it and forget it. But you know, it went like a week. You know, the very first week when they were little sprouts, they didn't use hardly anything. And I did have a fan in there. You guys can see, we'll take a picture of that, show you a little photo of that. So we did have a fan going, so it did, you know, blow across and was drying out, you know, a little bit of moisture. So the ones that were closer to the fan would use a little bit more liquid. But these guys right here, those containers, I set them in there and I really didn't even worry about them. And you grow microgreens to look about. See how that looks cool. So these, I had to go in there twice a day and water them. These grew all by themselves. So either way y'all want to do it, if you need to. Like I said, I do this because I'm on the road. I did both of these together. I've been pretty much off work this week and I could take care of them. But if you guys are home and you just want to do that, and you just use your little recycled ramen containers, you can grow you a bunch of sprouts. But if you want to set up these containers here and you need to take off and you don't want to worry that you don't get home in time, you know, you go to work and you're late, or you have to spend the night somewhere and all of your crop, you know, is going to die, you know, you can set you up some containers like that and you can be gone for a couple of days and not even worry about it. So that's that. This is our NFT system. Looks a little sparse, but we had the hurricane come through, harvested everything. Got a couple of things. I got some strawberries with throwing off runners and that, and we're gonna cut the runners, maybe try to make some more strawberry plants. But basically this thing's had it for right now. It's summertime. We had the storms come through. It's time to break that down and clean it. So I figured this would be a good time to show you guys what goes into building one of them. So after I break it down and clean it, we'll come back and have another video of us putting that all back together. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss that. All of this, the crack key system works really well, but the NFT system works a whole lot better if you can afford to get a pump and you don't mind. And if you're here to watch, you know, if your pump doesn't cut off, we've got a video about, you know, what happens when the pump fails and you're not home. But we're gonna put that back together and show you guys how we did that. And other set it and forget it, like we said, pak choy, that's just sitting over there. Haven't done anything except just fill that up once, and we've got sprouts ready to go in the pool noodles. So what we're going to do is, these guys are almost ready. We've got a lot of these cleaned up. You know, the storm, we had to clean everything up, so these are cleaned up and ready to go. Got sprouts ready to go in them, and then I've got lettuce too. So after the lettuce goes into the the downspout for probably about 2 weeks, then I'll transfer them into here and let them really take off. So got a lot coming up. Like I said, thank you all for hanging around. I know it's been, videos have been a little few and far between. Summertime, you know, it's real hot here, but we still got stuff growing. And all of this, except for this, you know, this was grown outdoors, just set up on the shelf over there inside of our shade house. All of this right here was grown indoors on a little 18 by 36 inch shelf with a couple of Brad's grow lights. So I'm gonna keep that shelf going right now. What we're gonna do is harvest all of this. It'll last in your refrigerator for over a week. Harvest all of this. Got some more seeds sprouted. Harvest this, clean the containers, replant them, and then when this is inside our refrigerator, we're gonna make some spring rolls. We're gonna make some salads, toss them on our sandwich. While we're eating these, the other ones will be already growing, and within about another 10 days, you're gonna have another crop. So just keep them going like that, and all you need is a little tiny space in your kitchen, literally this big, and you can keep your greens coming all the time. You can juice these too, toss them in your juice, especially your broccoli sprouts. Those are healthy for you. Winter time is going to be coming up in a couple of months, and what we're going to do is take that entire wire rack. We're using only one shelf right now because you can see how much we're growing in one shelf. But when the winter time comes, we're going to go ahead and convert that entire shelf, that entire rack. We're going to cover the entire thing in insulation, the reflective stuff, and make us our grow tent, the big one again instead of the small one, and we'll have 4 shelves of this going at one time. So got a lots going on. You guys go ahead, don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss anything, and if you have any requests for something for us to grow, go ahead, let me know and we'll give it a try. Alright, don't forget, live to inspire, keep on growing. I love y'all.